Sorry, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so lashes. Lashes come in many different sizes. You can get the Walmart sizes, which are like 86 or 84 or 16. I really don't know the sizes there. But for drag, you need big lashes. These are not the biggest you can get. These are only 201s. They're kind of the medium. The best starter size is a 101 or 199. They're the cheapest ones, price-wise, not quality-wise. They're probably the most used ones, actually. You can also get 201s, which is what I've been using lately. You can also go up to 301s and 316s and bigger, but they're huge. They're literally like 3/4 of an inch to an inch, something like that. They're huge, they're thick, they're hard to wear if you're not used to false lashes. So if you're going to use 301s, if you're going to use 316s, you need to wear them with heels and turn around and dance around before you go out, because otherwise you're going to have problems when you try and get on stage and you're not used to the blockage of all of this being gone and have problems. So, eyelashes. What I wanted to do this for is because lashes are really simple. You peel them off from the outside slowly. Don't just rip it off because you can damage the lash. Like I said in the last video, you need to get lash grip for the adhesive. It comes in a little bitty bottle, super cheap at Walmart or Walgreens or anywhere that sells any kind of lash stuff. And all you do to apply your lashes, hold it on the very tips lightly. Do not squeeze too hard or you will damage the lashes. All you do is, which eye is this? Okay, we're gonna say that I have the outside lash. Usually the inside will be shorter and the outside will be longer, but I'm tired and I've done this video way too many times in parts, and so we're gonna say that this is the left. Okay, sorry. So all you do is you just do a thin line of the glue, and you want to do it on the inside, but you want to do it kind of on the other underside, because what you're going to do with this is that you're going to put it up against the very tip of your eyelid where the lashes come out. There's a little bit of room, and you're going to press this up against that and then kind of down and up and under. That sounds like it could be painful, but it's really not. It's really very simple. So you're going to put, like I said, a thin line of glue. If you put a little bit too much glue, that is not going to be a problem. The only reason why it might be a problem for you is because if you put too much, there's a chance of gluing your eyes shut. Not a problem. All you have to do is pull it back open. But you might catch a few of the lashes in the glue. If this happens, don't worry about it. Not a big problem. You just have to understand that when you pull it off, it's gonna hurt just a little bit. Not bad pain, just yanking out an eyelash or 2 or 5. So when you put the glue on, you want it to have about that much, not a whole lot, just a nice little line, and you want to keep as much off the top as you can. Granted, lash grip dries clear, so you don't really have to worry if you get it on the top or anywhere on your eye makeup. It will dry clear, and you can just cover up anything that you think needs to be fixed. But you're going to want to hold this as much as you can in kind of a U shape. Sorry, a U shape, so that it can the glue can get tacky in this position. To apply it, all you have to do is hold your eyes closed as much as you can, and like I said, you're going to put it as far down on the lid as you can and as far back as you can against the lashes. This is something that's going to take work. Do not freak out if you have problems with this. It is not something to be ashamed of. It is something that everyone has to just kind of find their little way of doing it. Some people use the applicator things you can buy at Walmart. Some people use tweezers. It really is personal preference. You don't want to put it too far into the inner eye because the end of most lashes do not have hair all the way to the end. So there's a little bit of the plastic or whatever they're made of poking out, and it will poke you in the eye, and that does not feel good. So, as you can see, I have enough practice to just get it to go on like that. That is not a normal occurrence for me, I will admit. I usually have quite a bit of trouble putting on my lash, but it's also a little bit farther in than I actually wanted it to be. Normally I try and look straight at the camera, or straight at the mirror I mean, and I line up the outside of my, or the inside of my iris, and I want to usually line up the inside of the lash with that. And that way it lines up with your natural lashes where they start, and it's far enough away from the center that you don't have to worry about it giving you any pain. Okay, so your lashes are on. After you get your lashes on, there are two things you need to do. Liner. Anytime you've probably already done liquid liner to line the eye with. Go back over it with with liquid liner to cover up any glue, any mess ups that might have happened right around the edge when you were putting it on. So reapply that, and then this is something that if you watch a lot of videos like X Sparkage, who I love her to death, but as an entertainer, she tells you not to put mascara on false lashes, and so do a lot of other people. When you're an entertainer and you are putting on your false lashes, you need your real lashes to blend in with those false lashes as much as possible. So you need to apply mascara on your lashes before and after. Before, because that way your real lashes will be the same color as the false lashes. After, because you want to try and blend your real lashes up and into the false lashes as much as you can. There was something else I was going to tell you, and I don't remember what it was. Stacking lashes. Many drag queens, to get the ultimate lash experience, quote unquote, will get like a pair of 301s, a couple pairs of 201s, maybe another pair of 199s, and they'll stack them. I'll try and do a tutorial soon on how to stack them. Basically, all that you do is you take the lash, like this was the 301, you would take the next pair of lashes and you would stack it on top, and you would put the glue so that it glues just not on top of the back rim of the lashes, but just in front of it. So it stacks it in and out, and then you just kind of brush it together so that the hair remains separate hairs, but that they blend together all the way through. And then you just glue it on your eye like normal. But then whenever you're taking it off, you need to grip it as a whole and pull it off so it doesn't pull off in pieces. But that really does give it a fuller look, a thicker look, and a much bigger look. Trying to think if there's anything else. Bottom lashes, a good size to go with is an 84 or an 86. And I'll do that in a future episode too. But yeah, if you have any questions, like I said in my last video, Yahoo Messenger, comment, email, whatever. And I will try and answer them for you. And I hope that this helps you out, guys. Like I said in my first video, I really am here for the new girls mostly, and anyone else who just, wants to refresh your course or whatever. I don't know. I'm tired. Good night. Hope you enjoy. Mwah. I'll talk to you guys later.